Hi everyone and welcome to our Tech Training Thursdays. Today with us we're going to be learning about how students can create content related with products such as Canva. And with us today we have our amazing CIT at Berta Palacios Elementary, Janette Mijares. Janette, go ahead and take it away with us.
Hello, everyone. So like Valentin said, we're going to be working with Canva today. And I have one really awesome product that your students can produce. And then I have a little treat for you so that you can use with PDF editing. So like Valentin said, my name is Janette Mijares and I am the CIT at Berta Palacios Elementary. I'm also the science teacher this year. So I get to use a lot of these different things with my students and it's been really, really fun. And so the first thing that I have for you is a video recording alternative to Flip. So I know we no longer have Flip anymore, but what I have been able to do is I've been able to create these templates for my students where they can add videos and recordings of themselves that answer either an exit ticket or any type of investigation response that I need them to. It's really, really easy. You can use the templates that are already available with Canva, and then they can very easily record themselves and make any changes as they need to. And so I'm gonna leave this little cheat sheet here. And so these are the only steps that you would have to do once you find a template that you are going to be going through or looking at. You're gonna go into apps, then you're gonna go into video, and then if you notice right here, you're gonna have another pop-up screen that comes up on this left side, and it's gonna say record yourself. This is where the students are going to select in order for their recording to begin. And in just a second, I'm going to show you exactly how that looks. But then this is what you will have in the end. If you notice, I divided my table right here into different sections based on my students' groups. And then all they had to do was just plot their response in there so that I could go in and check it later. So that's one of the things that we're going to be covering today. And then another thing that I have, this is more for you as a teacher, but you will be able to edit, or I'm going to show you how to edit PDF files incredibly easy. So you can make all those changes and use those cool fonts that Canva has for you. It is very, very easy. All you're really going to have to do is just kind of drop in that PDF file that you have, and you are going to edit it like any other template that Canva has for you. So let's begin. So this is the template that I use with my students. But we can use something a little bit different if you'd like. It's just up to you and whatever your preference is. You can find all of these templates in the home page. So if you click on the little home button right here, and then you can make any type of selection. So we can, I can just put colorful table because that's the way I want to set mine up. And you're going to notice that Canva has so many different options for you to use. It just depends on what you want to do. And remember, these are totally editable. So let's just kind of start with this one right here. I like it. It's colorful. So let's get started with that. So all you're going to have to do is you're going to select what it is that you want. And so in this case, I don't need this. So I'm just going to very easily remove it. And then I will enlarge this section right here. So if you notice, I can make the table move as much as I want. You can put them by color. You can basically edit it in any way you want. And so we're just going to pretend that I have already separated my groups by color. And I'm going to pretend that this is for my 5th grade science group. And then very easy, you can make changes to the font over here in this font section. You can choose from thousands of fonts that they have. You can go crazy looking for all these different fonts. You can adjust the size on here. You can make it as big as you want, as small as you want on there. And then you can write your prompt of what you're going to want them to respond or any instruction that you have. So we can just put, we're going to pretend that this is going to be for an exit ticket. So you're going to put complete exit ticket using video recording. And ticket. And so, like I mentioned, you are able to edit it as much as you want. Let's just say, you know what, this little flower is getting me dizzy. I'm going to erase it. You're more than welcome to do that. But this is a template and the way it's going to work. Now, in order for you to assign it to your students, you are going to have to download it, and you're going to have to get a shareable link. So I'm going to show you how that's going to look in just a bit. So you're going to go down in here where it says share, and you're going to click see all. And you are going to make this a public view link, and then in order for it to be accessed by your students. And you want to make sure that they can edit, because again, you want them to be able to have access to record themselves. So once you put anyone with the link, and then you will put that they can edit, you're going to copy it. And all you're going to have to do now is just post that link into the Google Classroom. So now when your students open it up, they're going to open it up as a new template on their end. And then they will come in here and they will have all of these options to work from. So like I mentioned, you're going to use the apps. So you're going to click on apps, and you're going to scroll down just a bit. And I always tell my students, click on the video, the one that looks like the YouTube symbol. They're going to click on videos. They open that up, and they are going to record themselves. So then I'm going to show you how that's going to look. So if you notice, sometimes on their end, if they have two cameras, if they have one by their keyboard, they're going to have to change it to their front camera. So in this case, mine says no camera. I have to change that in order for me to be seen. Of course, right now I'm recording, which is why you can't see me. But in there, on your end, you will be able to select front camera for that. And you also want to make sure that you have your microphone selected. So once you have that going, you can click record. It's not going to allow me to just because we're recording and I'm using my camera right now. But the moment they click record, it has a countdown for them. And then their video is going to record. Once they are done, they can click done. And then they have the opportunity to play their video back. If they like the way their video turned out, they're able to keep it, and they're going to select the save and exit button. Once they have selected that save and exit button, they're able to go back into that main, so it'll be this template. It'll insert the videos, and then you will have the opportunity to play that back. So once your students have already done that, you will be able to see, let me show you what this looks like. Sorry, I can't see with there we go. Right here. Wait, nope, where am I in? I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna go home, and I'll show you what my students have submitted. So I do have 4 rotations, which is why I have a total of, all I did was I duplicated this one slide, and then I have 4 for my total of 4 rotations. So each one of my students know what group they belong in, and all they have to do is insert their videos in there. And so in the end, you're not going to play the video because it's just going to play one video at a time, or just one video in general for each slide. So you are going to check their video by clicking play, and then you will be able to see your student. And let's just pretend that you really want to see, maybe they're showing you something, like you notice he actually used his journal. And if he was to show something, you can enlarge that video so you can see what he's showing you. And then once you are finished reviewing it, you can just make it smaller. And so you have that opportunity. They like it. It's something different instead of just having to write it. And it's a great practice for TELPUS. If you have something for TELPUS that you also want to do and you want to change it up for them a little bit, or maybe you want to do it as a morning ticket, you're more than welcome to do something like this. Like I said, it's very easy to make changes. I believe this was just a regular white template. All I did was add the title, make this into a highlighted yellow exit ticket prompt, and then I added the little world on it. It was super, super simple, and my students found this to be fairly easy when they started. So that's one really, really neat thing about that. And then we also have, so this was for the recording. Now I'm going to show you how to make or how to edit a PDF file on Canva. And it is really, really easy. I didn't know about it until I saw it on TikTok. And then I thought there's no way that it could be that easy to edit. And trust me, it is. So I already have a pre-downloaded template that I have. So this was for one of the lessons that one of the teachers had shared from another campus. And so I'm going to drag that in. And this was an option that they had given us if we wanted to use it. And so I'm going to pretend that I'm going to use this as an exit ticket. And so if you notice, all I really did, and I'm sorry, I didn't explain that beforehand. Let me go back. So I have my template here on my desktop. And all I did was I grabbed it and I dragged it in, and it's saved as a file, as a PDF file on Canva. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to click this button right here, which is open in a new window, because you're going to edit it. So you're going to go to edit. And now if you notice, you have access to each section and you are able to make the edits that you want. So now I'm going to pretend that I'm going to use just this one question, and we're going to pretend that we're using it as an exit ticket. So I don't want any of this stuff on there. You're able to erase that. So you're able to erase all of the sections that you no longer want to use, or maybe that you don't need for that particular lesson. You're able to remove everything, and now you only have whatever it is that you are wanting to work with. Now, I'm going to delete that, and I'm not going to make this as a formative assessment. I'm going to use it as an exit ticket. You're able to change the font on there. If you are wanting to use maybe a different picture and all that stuff, you are able to do that. So let's start with the title. Let's just pretend that I want to change it and I want to make it a little bit bigger because I want them to see it in a bigger section right now. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this, not that one. Sorry. I'm trying to delete the line underneath. I'm going to delete this line. I don't need the line anymore. Sorry, I can't seem to get the line. Click it, I delete it. I'm going to make this a lot bigger, but I want my students to be able to see it. So I'm going to put an effect on it. Maybe I want it to glow. You're able to do that as well. And then you see it and you say, you know what, maybe it could be a little bit bigger. You're able to change the color on that to whatever color it is that you want. Maybe you're feeling extra jolly and you want to make it red for Christmas. You're able to do that. You can make it as big as you want. And remember, this was a title that it originally had, but we changed it to whatever we are going to be using it for now. So this was the instructions that came with it. I'm going to be able to do that, but I want my students to be able to see it a little bit clearer. We're able to make those edits. And then, you know what, I see this picture, but I want a better picture. Maybe I don't want that square background. So we could put pencil in a glass. And you have many pictures to pick from. One thing about Canva, they have really, really good picture selection. So that's really awesome to be able to kind of swap it out with. I want this one because I don't want to be able to see the background, and I'm going to remove the one that the PDF file had. You're able to do that. At this point, I basically changed the entire PDF file, but this is just to show you that you're able to make a lot of different effects, or you're able to add different effects to it depending on what it is that you're looking for. Maybe you want it all on the right side or on the left side. You're able to do that. You're able to increase fonts. And then, you know what? I have this now, and I'm going to give the students the opportunity to either type in their response, or maybe you can have them insert their response to a video recording like I had showed you earlier. You have so many different options to work with. This is really great. For example, if you have maybe one of those Newsella articles that maybe you downloaded as a PDF file, and maybe sometimes I know they kind of overflow into the second page. Maybe you want to kind of keep them all on the same page, so you want to start reducing the amount of space it takes up. You're able to do that. Just be very careful. Make sure that this is not something that you're selling, or you are that's something that you downloaded and you can't send out and you send it to someone else. Just be very careful with those laws as well. But if it's for your use and for your students, you're able to make them as engaging as you can and get as creative as you want, because Canva does provide so many different types of opportunities for you to make lessons, use graphics, and all that other stuff. But as of right now, does anyone have any questions, or is there something you would like to see? We're able to do that right now. You can unmute yourself so I can hear you because I can't see my chat. But if you would like to ask a question, or maybe if you missed something and you would like to ask, you're more than welcome to.
So when they edit this, are they able to edit everything, the students, or just type in that little square?
You can make it as you want. So for example, let's just say that you want them to type, but maybe, you know what, I don't want those lines because it kind of restricts them. You're able to remove them, and then maybe you can just, for example, out on this section, you just run a regular square and then have the students type in that. I feel like that would be a little bit easier and kind of remove the lines. You have that opportunity, just because with the lines, I know it's a little bit more constricting, but that was just the PDF file that I had. Because remember, the PDF file that I had was supposed to be so that it could be printed and the students could write on. But in this case, if you're going to assign it to them like on Google Classroom and they're going to use the Canva app, I would suggest maybe just replace it to a regular text box and then they just type it in. It's a little bit easier.
Yep.
Do they have any questions?
No, that was really cool. But like, I guess my question was, like this, are they able to edit and move things around, or is there a way to lock everything else in place and then just allow them to type?
From what I know, I'm not sure, and if somebody knows this, but if you lock this in itself, I want to say that they can't move that anymore, and they can add this stuff on top. So for example, if I have this for them already, if I lock it and then they add, just teach them how to add text on top. So then they would just add the text box, and then, so for example here, add text box. Let's see.
That's super cool. I'm loving this, Janette. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to have it to where it adds the text box. Give me 1 second. You added subheading, maybe? Is it allowing me to? I don't know why it won't do that. Oh, maybe there? Hold on. Page is locked. If I unlock it.
Can you highlight like certain items and just lock those maybe?
Let me see. That's a...
Yeah,
so
I think if you...
this. Oh, yes, right?
Like if you click on that text box, you can
that
lock it.
That's awesome. Cool.
So type here, and then they're able to type that, and they're no longer able to move any of this. Yeah. That was a good question, because I hadn't played with that. I hadn't thought of that, but yes. And like I said, the only thing is, if you are downloading a PDF file, and if that PDF file was a screenshot, so for example, let's say that you download a PDF file and you see it's laid out to you, but if you open it up and nothing moves, it's probably because they took a screenshot and then they put it as a picture, and that's why you're unable to move anything. But like, for example, in this case, this file was created piece by piece, which is why I'm able to move them around. But if it's a screenshot, so if you download it and it doesn't work, because I tried to do that with another PDF file that I had, it doesn't work because it was just a screenshot. So when I try to move things around, it just does that one thing because it was just a screenshot that they took. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, just be careful. So if it's not working with one of the files, it doesn't necessarily mean that Canva's not working. It's just that file in itself was a screenshot and not an actual PDF file. But yeah. Any other questions or any other ahas that you think, are we able to do this? You're more than welcome to ask. I'd love to help. No, we're okay. Alrighty. Well, like I said, if you all need anything, I know the guys are really good about sharing all these different things with y'all. Let me show you this is my phone number. If you need to contact me, I probably respond a little bit faster there. This is my email, and like I mentioned, I'm at Palacios Elementary. My name is Janette Mijares. And I'm so glad, and I hope that you learned something a little new today and that you're able to turn it around in your classroom. But yeah, thank you so much.
Awesome. We have door prizes, so stick around.
Amazing job.
I love Canva for students. They can really get creative. And I like that, the teacher can make the template and then they go in and do all that. Let's share my screen and...
Janette, and I send you a message so you can test it out.
All right. Is everybody ready for door prizes? Let's give our wheel a shuffle a few times. And good luck. Thank you, everybody that's attending today.
Congratulations,
Zoila, are you still here?
Yeah, Miss Zoila.
Hi, thank you. Awesome training. It's a lot. It was interesting that you can edit the PDFs through Canva.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yeah, because I always tried to open it on Adobe and I always had like the worst time. And when I saw they were able to do this, I was like, I wonder if it's a little bit easier. And it is. Maybe because I'm more familiar with Canva, but I know that sometimes it's really hard to, especially if it's so dainty, it's harder to move things around if you're using Adobe. So maybe this makes it a little bit easier for everybody.
Awesome. And I love the student recording option.